Hi, everyone. Welcome to the training. Haley and I are super excited to talk to you guys tonight. We're going to give it a couple minutes and make sure people are jumping on. I'm going to post in here. We are live. And then we will get going. And I will pull up the screen share. All right. Present to everyone. Okay, viewers are popping on. Ooh, Haley, no pressure. There's like 30. No, I'm just kidding. She's like, what? No, there's like 4 or 5 right now. All right, guys, I already see a couple people on, so I know some of you are going to be catching up, but we're going to dive right into the training tonight because it is the final team training of the year. We have a guest speaker tonight, and really from now on most of the team trainings that we have, I'm going to have a guest coach speaking. I'll still do some trainings here or there, and I'll add stuff to it, but my goal is to really let you guys take the reins in 2016. That's going to be our theme, is basically for Sean. I've been reading a lot of leadership books, and the best way to lead you guys is really to lead by example, but also to step back and let you lead. And so I'm really excited. I'm going to be messaging different people every month to present, so don't get scared, but you might get a message from me in the next couple months. Haley's like, why me first? But I thought we'd start with Haley tonight and end the year with that. She's had a really great last 4 months, so we're going to start with her, but we're going to go right into, you guys know the deal. We're going to do some reminders, and so I wanted to talk to you guys. Hopefully you've seen it on the team page, but Beachbody is changing how they're going to release the challenge pack sales every single month. And I'm personally super excited about this because for those of you that have worked with Beachbody for a while, sometimes they would have challenge packs start for the next month and they wouldn't have them go live till like the 4th or the 5th of the month because they weren't in the office. Like it would happen over a weekend. What they're doing now is the challenge pack sales are typically going to start a couple days before the end of the month before. So for example, the January challenge pack sales are live now. I think they started yesterday. And we get the challenge pack sales from this month, which is the hammer and chisel one, is going to go through till the 1st. So you kind of have like a 2, 3, 4 day thing where you have a bunch of sales that you can be advertising about. So make sure that you're using that to your advantage. So first thing I want to point out is I hope you guys know that Beachbody, one, you get Success Club points if you sell performance pack. So instead of people bundling a workout program with Shakeology, if you have people that are like, I'm really backed up on Shakeology, I don't need any more, hey, I'm really interested in trying the recovery formula, go on our site or go to the simplecoachlinks.com and you'll see that there's actual performance pack challenge packs basically. So instead of them bundling it with Shakeology, they bundle it with, I think it's Energize and Recovery. And it's the same price. And so for example, you can get 21 Day Fix this month with Shakeology for $140, or you can get 21 Day Fix with Recovery and Energize for the same price. So some people who can't drink Shakeology, maybe they don't like Shakeology, but they still want the workout program and they're interested in possibly getting the performance pack instead, put that out there in the universe because it's a good way to get someone started who might not want to do Shakeology. So I just want to put that little reminder out there because I've kind of forgotten to. But the January sales that started early are 21 Day Fix, 21 Day Fix Extreme, and 3-Day Refresh are all $140. They're like handing this on a plate to us, I feel like, you guys. Like, go through your lists and find anyone you've ever talked to about 21 Day Fix, 21 Day Fix Extreme, 3-Day Refresh, and start, make sure that you're conversing with them and you're making sure that they know about this deal. I mean, my best way to talk to people about it is give Shakeology a try for a month. Give it a shot, and for only $10 more, you can get any of these. And I've even been offering out $10 gift cards. So I'm basically covering the cost of their program. The 3-Day Refresh for a complete kit, I think, is $70. So for them to get it for $10 and then you give them a $10 gift card, so it's essentially free, is crazy. And so make sure you're following up also with your Shakeology Home Direct people who get Shakeology every single month, and make sure that they know about this deal because maybe they've done 21 Day Fix and they want 21 Day Fix Extreme. Well, for $10 more than what they're paying for Shakeology every month, they can get it. So you don't always get points because you're not really supposed to get points with returning people, like Success Club points, so don't count on that. But it's a little bit extra commission for you, and it's a huge savings for them because they're getting the program for $10 as opposed to paying like the full $60 for it. The Kickstarts are on sale for $180. And then the December sale ends on January 1st, and that's the Hammer and Chisel for $160. And then I think it goes up to $180. And then there's also free shipping on Hammer and Chisel, I believe, right now through the end of the month. So you have lots of deals right now. So if you have not hit Success Club, you still can hit Success Club. I was just telling Haley, I've been stuck for a really long time, you guys, and I messaged a lot of people this month, so I'm not going to belittle it, but I got 16 points in the last 2 days. I signed up 8 new people who are wanting to do challenge packs. And that's not to like pat myself on the back, but more to say, I messaged as many people as I possibly could every day. Instead of sitting and watching TV or sitting and twiddling my fingers, when my kids went to sleep, I sat down at night and I just mass messaged as many people as I could think of to reach out and connect with them. You still have tonight after this call and tomorrow to do that. So don't give up on December yet. The surge is going to be January 4th. So for those of you that don't know what that is, I'll post the link to it's like a live broadcast that kind of like this that Carl does. And they're announcing some exciting stuff is what I heard. So you definitely want to be on it. It's going to be from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. So if you're in a different time zone, make sure you get that time right. They do record it. I think it's fun to be on it live just because it's a good way to like learn stuff exciting right then. And then you can start reporting it back to your team and reporting it back to your challengers and reporting it, even posting about it on social media. So I like to be on those live if I can. The following Friday, Saturday is Super Friday, Saturday. So make sure you're getting to one of those live events if you can. I know it's not always possible to go to all of them, but I feel like going to those can really, I don't know, it fires you up. So I think it's worth the time to find one and go to one. And then the last reminder is Summit. Make sure that you, if you've not signed up for Summit, I actually was doing something tonight. I was going through all the pictures from our last Summit trip, and I was like almost crying because I was like, it was such an amazing experience this year, and I want to see a big group of our team going. So if you have questions on what Summit is, I mean, it's in July, it's the big Beachbody conference, it's in Nashville, and I would love to see a huge group of our team attending it. Okay, so some shout outs for the end of the month. So for Success Club, this was the current numbers, I think yesterday or the day before. So I'm sorry if things have changed, but Haley, Stephanie, and Mahala, congratulations on hitting Success Club this month already. Like I said, I had a really hard time this month. I know a lot of people have, so that's a huge accomplishment. Success Club almost there. Sharisa, I hope I said that right. Corey, Kelly, Hope, Gretchen, Ashley, Aaron, Katie, Becca, and Jen. Congratulations to all of you guys for being on the board, and the month is not over yet. Like I said, you can still do this. Success Club, getting Success Club leads next month is going to be awesome. January is going to be one of those months you really want to get leads. So really try to push here at the end of the month. Team builders, I just want to do for this month. Haley added 4 coaches, Stephanie added 2, and then Ashley, Gretchen, Jen, Katie, and Sandra all each added a coach. If you are wanting to build a sustainable income in this business, adding to your team, building for rank, finding new people that actually want to work the business, this is important. So big shout out to those that added to their team. Okay, before Haley gets on, I just wanted to do a quick quote and like a little shout out to like the whole team. This is our last team training of the year. We have come a long ways since we started a year ago. And actually some of you have been with me over 2 years now. But I just want to remind you guys, like, this quote always gets to me because I feel like sometimes you guys only see the successes that I have or the successes that other coaches are having, because I do shout outs on the team page, or I do the shout outs at the end of the month or in the team trainings, and you guys see shout outs done about me. Sean hit this rank advancement. Sean has this many Success Club points. And I think sometimes you guys forget the conversations that are going on in the background, the conversations that are coming by Facebook message or on the phone or one-on-one even with me. or me with Annie, about the failures and the things that we fall down on and we make mistakes on. I have a whole list. I could sit down right now and fill a ton of pieces of paper with everything that I have done in the last 2 years that is a failure. But I choose not to focus on that. I learn from it, but I don't focus on it. I don't focus on all those times I failed, because this is my motto. Every time I fall, every time something is not going right, I get right back up. And so for a big chunk of this month, I had Success Club 10 in the very beginning of the month. And I had, you guys know, a lot of you know, I had points audited and taken away from me for returning people. And it kind of crushed me for a little while. I've had that happen last month too. And so I felt like Beachbody, and then we were having all these issues with Beachbody, and I had all these coaches who were upset about different things. And certain days I felt like I was just putting out fires, and December was just one of those months that I really felt a little beat down at points. And then I got back up, and I came back and I fought twice as hard, and I didn't give up, and I never will, because I believe in what I do, and I believe in this team, and I believe in my challengers, and I believe in what's possible with coaching, because I've seen so many coaches do it, and I'm having it happen in my own life with success, that I'm not willing to give up. I'm going to keep getting back up every time I fall. So I want you to remember this for 2016. I want you to celebrate. Forget all the Success Club. Forget about all the goals you didn't or did hit this year, all that kind of stuff. I want you to celebrate for a minute that you're on this team call. I want you to celebrate for a minute that you're still here at the end of the year, that you didn't quit, because there's a lot of coaches on this team that quit this year, and that's okay. I don't want to like beat them up, but I think it's a good reminder that just being here, still being present, still posting on social media, still being active on Facebook, still doing your challenge group, still building your team, all those things, they matter. They matter to someone. You're motivating someone. You're inspiring someone. You might not even know it in this moment, but in a month or two, you might get a message from someone saying, you doing that post helped me do this, or it motivated me to do this. And it's like the best feeling in the whole world. So every time you fall down, you guys just need to get back up and try again. And you're always going to be ahead of those people that quit and dive out of this game. And I just want to I did this little collage. I just kind of sat down tonight, and I really do want to shout all of you out. I tried to put as many people as I possibly can on the shout out and gather like all of my favorite pictures from the year. But you guys mean the world to me. I'm not going to get emotional. I cried about it earlier when I was like putting it together, but I was very alone. See, I'm going to cry. I was very alone 3 years ago, and having all of you guys. Some of you are my family, like my sister-in-law's on the team. Some of you I never met before we did this whole coaching experience. Some of you are coaches in the downline. You all mean so much to me. And life is crazy with 3 kids and trying to do this business. And I don't say it enough, but what you do matters. And I know that's like the big, Beachbody motto. So I don't want to get like all into that, but I do believe that you all matter, and that everything that we do as coaches matters. So I just want to do a little cute shout out to you guys with all the pictures. Okay, I'm going to make sure I'm going to introduce Haley, and then make sure everything's looking okay on this side. Okay, so I just want to introduce Haley first before she jumps in, and I want to explain why I picked Haley to do this end of the year call. And then she's going to do most of the talking. I'm going to ask her questions. So if you have questions, post them in the event invite. But Haley's going to be speaking tonight. Haley became a coach, I think, in August. She can correct me in a couple minutes if I'm wrong. Me and her had met at the YMCA, and previously, before she even started 21 Day Fix, she had awesome results. We ran into each other randomly again at gymnastics. And from that moment, she decided she pretty much knew she was going to dive into coaching, and she had a passion for this from day one. I could feel it coming out of her that she wanted to help other people. She's a mom to 2. She became a diamond coach, which is crazy to me, in about 4 months. And it's not always how fast you do it. It's how you can keep it. But I'm telling you right now, she's going to keep it because she's still doing awesome, adding coaches to her team and doing all of that. So it's not just about doing it fast. It's about consistently doing it. She added 16 coaches to her team since she started. And then she's also hit Success Club every single full month that she's been a coach, even some months hitting over 30 points. So she is one of those coaches that came out of the gate way faster than I ever did even. And I think what you guys are going to find with her, and I'm going to let her do the talking, is that everyone wants like a secret. Like, what's her secret? Why is she so successful? And I think what you're going to find, and you need to listen and take notes again, is that she's going to share a lot of the same stuff. She might have some tips and tricks for you, but I have a feeling she's going to share with you guys the same stuff that you are being told to do day in and day out. And she's just doing it and being very consistent with it and making sure that she's not letting fear stand in her way. So I'm going to pull down this. We're going to stop this. We're going to pull up Haley. We're going to put you on the main screen, lady. Hi. Okay. So Haley, we're going to start off. The first question that I want you to we kind of talked about this already, was just kind of talk about, I did a little bit of it, but how did you come to wanting to use 21 Day Fix and become a coach?
Well, it's kind of kind of an odd story. Just kind of one day I had felt like I just had hit rock bottom. I didn't have any clothes that fit, and I saw the infomercial, I'm not gonna lie. And I had a few friends on Facebook that had been posting, they were coaches. I didn't know what a coach was at that point. So I ended up buying from a girl that I went to high school with. And what I didn't know at the time was that she really wasn't an active coach. She had just signed up for the discount and then was just like, I guess, lucky that I found her. I don't know. But I got into that group, and I ended up kind of running that group along with my friend Nikki, who's in my group now. And we just kind of felt like, this is really working for us. And then, so from there, I kind of thought, well, this is going so well, and I am feeling amazing. And so at that point, I was just like, I just want to tell the world how amazing I feel, and just hope and pray that I can get one person to feel the same way I'm feeling. I was finally feeling confident. I was just feeling so healthy every day, feeling like myself. And I'd never felt like that before. And so I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of spacey, but I ran back into Sean, and I felt like it was kind of meant to be, because we had talked like 6 months prior at a point where I didn't even know what Beachbody was. I mean, she was explaining it to me, and I didn't even get it. But when we met back up, I thought, I remembered, and we just kind of started talking. I thought, you know what? I just want to sign up under you. That's just what I want to do. I know it for a fact. And so I think, what did I take? Maybe just a few days to sign up under you. And then I had already been talking to people. I had accidentally posted on my personal page and got some people's reactions that kind of surprised me. And so that was just one other thing that I was like, hey, maybe I can help people. Maybe this is something I can do. So yeah, I just kind of hit the ground running, and I just started talking to everyone about it. And that was just the first thing I said, is just, I feel amazing. And I don't know. It's just kind of gone from there. And now I have a whole huge group of people in my challenge group who feel the way I do. And my goal was only to make one person feel that way. So that's a really good feeling.
I love it. And I've been in your group. So one of the questions that I've gotten from a lot of people, because I have said, I think Haley has ran some really amazing challenge groups I've been in that I've even taken things from. What is maybe like your top 1 or 2 things that you think are super important about a challenge group that you do as the leader of the group, that you think helps to motivate, you know what I mean, to keep the group going? Because I think we all have groups that die, which happens, but what do you do? What are 2 tips, your best tips for keeping groups going?
Well, the thing that I feel is the most important part is to be present every single day in your challenge group.
Mhm.
So I wake up every morning. The very first thing I do is I lay in bed for like 20 minutes and I just comment on people's like, because I go to bed kind of early, like not gonna lie, 9 o'clock chats are tough for me. So when I wake up, I have a lot of messages. So, and I try and comment, like when people check in at night, I try really hard to comment on every single one. My husband thinks I'm crazy, but I think it's really important. And I try and give them like a specific positive, like, I notice you doing this, and I really see that you're going to start working on this. So just being really present. And then I post a sweaty selfie every single morning. And then I post like a motivational whatever every single morning. And I try and feel out my group every day, like from their check-ins. That's where my morning post comes from, is what do I feel that my group is needing at this point. So just being there every single day. The group that I was in originally before I signed up under Sean, the coach was there and then not there, and then there and then not there. And that didn't feel good. I didn't feel supported. So I made it a priority to really like put my all into it.
Well, and I feel like that time has paid off. Like that's well spent time in this business, because you build stronger relationships with people if you're doing that. And if you build stronger relationships, they're going to trust you to potentially coach. Like if you say to them, I think you'd be a great coach, they're going to trust you a lot more than as someone who disappeared. Right. So I feel like you doing that, like, cause some people I know are like, I can't spend a lot of time in groups, but what I'm really saying, you guys, cause I want to make sure this is clear, you don't need to be in it all day. We all know you have jobs, you have and stuff, but she has specific times that she is present in that group. People know she's going to be there and she doesn't miss it. And so I think that it's not about being in it 24 hours a day. It's about being there and present enough that you can connect with everyone. Do you have another tip? Because I have one other thing you do, but I'll see if it's your other tip. Go ahead.
I don't know. I like try and stick with people. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to say this. Like, I check in with people a lot one-on-one, and then I try and keep track of my people who are drinking Shakeology, and then I always, I don't know, try and get them to like sign up for the discount. But that's not really how I support people, I guess. I don't know.
But it's a tip you do in a challenge group, is that you do one-on-one check-ins. It's not all just group environment. If you see someone struggling, you message them behind the scenes and say, I know you're struggling, or hey, you're rocking it out. Thanks for being so active in the group.
Oh,
so personal stuff.
I do. I do weekend challenges. And that really, really helps. I noticed that my challengers would kind of disappear over the weekends, and then they'd come back from their weekends with all this stuff that they were like, oh, I did this and I didn't want to do this. So I started doing weekend challenges. They have to they start at 5 o'clock on Friday, every Friday. They have to post 5 meal pics, 2 sweaty selfies, and then a lot of times I'll add in some kind of, I don't know, shenanigan or a water challenge or something like that that can get them like an extra entry into it. And then I give away 2 prizes every single weekend. Might be a headband, might be a tank top. If a guy wins, I've been doing like water bottles and Starbucks gift cards. But just that it really helps keep people, like my weekends are nuts. People are so active in the group. Whereas it was total opposite before I did that. And then people come back on Monday because they want to see who won. So it just keeps people like coming back to it.
That was my thing. I started doing that in my challenge groups, and I slacked a little in December, but I'm starting it back in January again. But when I started doing weekend challenges for a headband, just a headband, people freaked out. Like I could not believe how active they were on the weekend. So I think doing those little mini weekend challenges is a huge help. Another thing, there's 2 other things that I feel like you do really successful, I want to focus on, is and that one of the questions was, is where are you finding people, Haley? Where are you finding people the most? How do you feel like you're, you know what I mean? Where people call it prospects, new challengers. Where are you finding those people the most? You know, social media, you know, or is it talking to people in person, or mix? I'll let you kind of explain, but what's your number one like tips for finding new people to work with?
Well, right now, I'm still finding a lot of people off Facebook. I'm posting every day. I like alternate between my personal page, my like page, my challenge group, and I just kind of go in that circle every day, if that makes sense. Like, so like every third day, I'm posting on my personal page, so people are seeing it pretty regularly, and I try and do posts from different point of view. Like my parents have been doing 21 Day Fix and have been like rocking it. So every time they post results, I post it and I tag them in it. And so I've gotten so many of their friends. And then I also posted my challenge groups that I'm looking for referrals. But really, I think where I get most of my people is that my challengers are feeling awesome. And so as a result of that, they are feeling like I felt when I started. Well, I still feel like that, but telling everyone about it. So almost every week, I have at least one challenger saying, okay, I've got this person, they're interested. Even my dad is starting to do it. Like my dad brought me like 3 people. And I was like, really, Dad? Yeah. He just feels awesome and people are noticing. And so he tells them all about it. And I don't know, it's just kind of that word of mouth. Like,
so basically referrals. You're basically you're having people, I don't want to say handed to you, but people handed to you because you're putting in good time with your current challengers. So you're investing in them, and by investing in them, the next month you have a whole new group of people who are interested because they had success, right? So you guys, the key piece that it keeps coming back to is that if you have happy challengers, which is what we want people to be successful. We want them to feel good. If you have people who are feeling good month in and month out and they're telling people about it, make sure those people know that you're willing to help their friends and family too. Like Haley says, she posts about it in her thing. You can private message people. Like if you see someone's doing really good in a group and they're enjoying it, it doesn't hurt to shoot them a quick message and say, hey, I know you're really rocking this group and enjoy. I'm going to do another one next month. Do you know anyone who would want to join you in it? You know what I mean? Like bring a friend along. Another thing Haley told me to do, and I did it this month, and I've already seen people come out of the woodwork from it. Do you want to share do you know what I'm going to say? The invite, you share it. It's your
your event.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every, like about 2 weeks before the month starts, I start an event for the new challenge group. And then I give my current challengers, because they all go by a point system to win a prize at the end, I give them the opportunity to earn extra points if they will go into the event, and they get like a certain amount of points if they just tell their story, share their journey, and then they get extra points if they share before and after pictures. And people go nuts. And like I told them, you know, if someone posts one day, don't post, you know, so people aren't, my challengers aren't posting like, okay, 10 people a day. It's like maybe one person a day. But it really gets people going because they've seen my results. That's there. Everybody knows that by now. But to see that actually other people, and a lot of times other people that they know, are having success as well, it's a game changer.
I will say I did it. I did not follow the rule of I didn't even think about it when I was doing the post. I should have thought it out. But I did a post in my Setting the Example accountability group, which is a bigger group. And I said, if anyone is willing, I'll enter. If you post, comment below that you posted, and I will enter you for a headband or a prize. And they were like, oh my gosh, okay. And within, I don't know, a couple hours, I had like 6 people who had posted. And some of these posts, what I will tell you guys is people started RSVPing to the group that were those people's friends. And then on top of it, 2 of the people have been thinking about coaching, and they're like, I just don't know if people would really be interested. two of the people who posted had people RSVP to the group and were liking and commenting like crazy. So it gave them confidence, kind of like Haley said when she posted on accident and people started to give her feedback on social media. That's when she thought, maybe there are people that can help. I think sometimes we belittle that there's people out there to help. We think that we're just, are we really going to be able to help anybody? And we can. So showing, by having people post in your event invite, not only does it help you find new people and does it build interest, but I also found that it gave confidence to two of the people who posted, and they're like, I want to sign up in January to coach. I think I have that market of people that I could help. And I'm like, good, let's do this. So I really think that that was a huge tip. So if you guys are listening to this call, next event invite, you do it, tell them to only post like one or two, but have people post in it. Don't have 5, do it in a day. It was a little over. I was like, oh my God, everyone was posting and commenting and liking. And I was like, what is going on? But it created a lot of buzz and people were really excited. Okay. So challenge groups, prospects, obviously having good challenge groups, having referrals, all that's what leads you to Success Club. But there's another thing that helps you with Success Club and that helped you with getting to Diamond. And we both know what that is. And that's finding coaches. And so you've done videos, you've done a couple of things on this, but share your top 3. What are 3 things you do that you think help you to be able, I don't want to say recruit because I hate that word, but help to get people on board, help people get on board and see the benefits of being a coach?
Well, I do exactly what you told me to do from the get-go. To say, do you like the regular membership or the discount?
And that's when people are signing up, right? So when they're initially getting ready to sign up, you right out of the gate just say, hey, do you want one of these options? Okay, good.
Yeah. And then anyone who doesn't take me up on that, then they go on my list. And then the next month when it's almost their time to order Shakeology, I'd talk to them again and say, hey, you're about to order. Do you want to sign up as a coach? This is what it means. No, I don't say coach. Do you want to sign up for the discount?
Gotta watch yourself.
And I always say that your Shakeology will be 112. At the beginning, I used to say 97. And I lost 3 people once they found out about that $15. So now I say 112, and then in parentheses, I put 97 plus 15. So that when it comes up again, I say, yep, that's all included. And then they don't mind. So.
Good. Okay. And then do you, is there anything you do in your groups in your challenge groups that you think brings out coaches or anything? Don't you do a post?
I post hey, if you drink Shakeology, you need to read this. And I just basically explain, if you're drinking Shakeology, you can sign up to get just a discount. And then any future Beachbody purchase will be 25% off. And that seems to bring in this month, what did I add? 4 coaches, technically 5. And then I'm talking to 3 more right now. So, and that's all basically people who just have been in my group and drink Shakeology. I don't think any of them were new people.
Right.
So.
Okay. And you think that, and then what about coaches, getting coaches who actually want to work the business? Do you have any tips on people finding, I know you're newer to this and you don't have a ton of working coaches on your team yet, but is there anything that you do that you think helps get people on board and possibly thinking about actually doing the coaching piece of it?
I think just checking in with them and pointing out things that they've done that coaches do. So just kind of hey, I noticed you commented this on so-and-so's picture today. That was awesome. You really sound like a coach, just kind of encouraging them that way and kind of planting the seed in their own head so that
they could
kind of come up with the idea on their own, or
that they could do it too. Basically, they could do what you do. Okay. With all of that, what are you doing every single day that you don't miss? What are certain things? Obviously, checking with your challenge groups, what other things are you doing daily that you try not to miss, that you're consistent with?
Getting in my workout, drinking Shakeology, messaging at least 3 people.
Okay.
I really try to do PD, but I feel like I'm not the best on that.
Okay. It's
But I
okay.
have
We
been,
all have yeah, we
I've been
all have,
reading
I
You're a
think all of us
Badass.
have one thing. Oh, have you been reading I'm a Badass?
Yeah, it's so
Good.
good.
That's
So good.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. I think for some people, we all have certain things. You're obviously excelling at other things. I think everyone that's probably on this call has one vital behavior that they're like, oh, I'm not as good at, but I think that's thing. Is there anything, I don't want to take that mine, I feel like you gave them a lot of good solid tips. Is there anything that you want to add? Is there anything that you want to say to them that you feel like in the last 4 months has been stuff that's like, I don't know, your aha moments? Like, are there anything that's happened that you're like, okay, I get this, or I know that this is the main reason that this is working for me?
Honestly, I really had to remind myself to have patience.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not to a million people every single day.
Right.
So some days I'll find like I'm feeling down or I'm feeling like I'm not successful at this.
Mm-hmm.
And really that just means, okay, message your 3 more people.
Right.
Don't stop doing it just because you feel like you're not getting anywhere.
Right.
Keep going. Because then you're going to have that day where all of a sudden 10 people message you back and want to get on board, like the day you had today, Sean.
Yeah.
I
cried 2 nights ago. Just to let everybody know, I cried 2 nights ago. And my husband looked at me and said, stop talking for a minute and tell me what would have happened if you wouldn't have been a coach this year. We wouldn't have paid debt off. You wouldn't have had all these amazing coaches. You wouldn't have changed all these lives. So just because you're having a bad month, get over it. And he was right. You know what I mean? I had to think of all the good that has happened leading up to this hard month. And so, yeah, I agree. And then it does always happen. If you stick with it, I do feel like there's that day where you're like, wow, this rocks. You know what I mean? Like all my hard work just paid off. It just took 3 weeks to get there. So yeah, I agree. Anything else that you want to add for everyone?
Just, I think being a product of the product is really the best thing we can do. Keep sharing your results, keep sharing your journey, because that's what really inspires people.
Okay, everyone, I'm going to go and see if there's any questions. This call was awesome. Love what you said. I don't know if there's any other questions. I'm having a hard time finding. You guys are letting her off easy, or we just covered everything. I did ask you all the questions. Like those were the main questions that everyone's been asking me, and I'm like, I'll ask her, but
right.
Which they're good tips. We'll give it like 1 more minute, and then we'll let you get to bed because I know you're like, this is late. You're keeping me up way too late. Nope, I don't see any more questions. I think we're gonna. All right, I think we're gonna call it, lady. Okay. Thank you for doing this call, Haley. Thank you guys. You're amazing. I'm so excited for this year, and I'm hoping to see all of you kicking serious butt. I was just telling Haley, I have big dreams for 2016, so I hope everyone's on board with those. But we will do another team training in 2 weeks. So you guys have a good new year, and let me know if you need anything at all. Bye.